Are you thinking about using Kajabi to sell your online course? Or maybe you already have Kajabi, but you need a little help figuring out how to use it? That's what today's video is all about. I'm going to give you a behind the scenes tech tutorial tour of Kajabi. Before we dive into that, hey, I'm Gemma Bonham-Carter. I help entrepreneurs create, launch, and scale super successful online course businesses. And I am so excited that you're here to dive into this Kajabi tutorial video with me. I am going to switch the screen over in just a minute so we can go behind the scenes on Kajabi. But in case you're new to Kajabi, basically, it's a great software platform for anyone who wants to sell online courses, digital products, or any kind of digital program like that. There are lots of other tech options out there. If you head over to this video, I actually go through my top 5. Kajabi is one of them. But if you're still in that stage of like researching all the different platforms, that video is going to really help you understand the pros and cons to each different platform. The other thing I want to alert you to before we dive into the tech tutorial is that I have a free class. If you are about to create and launch your very first online course or group program, I'm going to invite you to sign up at the link below this video for that free class. It's about 60 minutes long, and it's going to give you so many good tips, tricks, strategies on how to really launch a course and market it in a way where it's going to sell out and be a success. So head on over to that free class after this video. Let's just dive right on in. Let me turn the camera over. Let's dive into that Kajabi tutorial.
So Kajabi is an amazing all-in-one software that you can use to completely run your online business. So today we're going to walk you through all of the features inside of Kajabi so you can get a good feel for exactly what you can do with it and how it might work for your business. So first off, Kajabi can actually host your website. So you can completely design an entire website through Kajabi that includes a blog. You can do all of your different pages on your website and get all the analytics that go along with it. You can design all of your pages, so things like landing pages, opt-in pages, sales pages, thank you pages. All of those can be designed and housed right inside Kajabi. You can, of course, build out your products. So things like your online courses, mini courses, memberships, digital download products, those can all be created and used inside Kajabi. You also have the ability to create offers. So this can also be your checkout software. You can bundle some of your products together to create new offers. You can create upsells, order bumps, downsells, and connect things like Stripe and PayPal and all the different payment gateways to be able to collect online payments right through this platform. You can also create what they call pipelines. So think of those as funnels. So they have a number of different templates already built out for you in terms of different funnels. So you could have a full webinar funnel. You can have an event funnel. Again, they've made this super simple for you to be able to already have the structure in place and just go in and customize what you need to within those pipelines. It can also be your complete email marketing platform. So it can do email broadcasts, email campaigns, everything from segmenting and building your list to tagging your customers. It has all those functionalities and capabilities as well. You can also run events through here. So things like virtual summits, or maybe you do live in-person events. You can actually create events, and then your email campaigns actually are built around that specific event. So let's say you have a live in-person event, you could create a pipeline for that event and everything in that, whether it's like a countdown timer, will be in relation to the date and time of that event, which is really cool. Again, you have forms, so you can have your opt-in forms, registration forms. Those can all be built out inside Kajabi as well. You can also have all of your students and customers housed in here as well. So you can manage your students, all your customers. You can track your students' progress through here. You can go in and see the record of everything they've purchased. You can revoke or grant access to your programs and products, all through the People tab inside Kajabi. You can also do assessments, which are things like sending out surveys to your customers or students. They can all be built in here and integrated in your emails and right within your products or your courses. And then finally, you can actually run full affiliate programs through Kajabi as well. So if you have an affiliate program attached to your online course, you can actually monitor, run, and keep track of all your affiliate information right here inside Kajabi. So again, it is such a robust platform that really eliminates the need for a bunch of different softwares and combines it all into one. So I hope that this is helpful and you consider switching or starting out with Kajabi for your online business. In this video, we're walking you through how to set up your new Kajabi account. So when you go to the website, kajabi.com, you're going to notice this screen here with some options at the top. If you haven't done so already, I'd suggest you check out the pricing options so you can see what types of plans are available to you. And if you look through the different features, you can select one that best suits your business right now. Keep in mind that with each plan, you are going to start off with a 14-day free trial, and you can always upgrade to the next level plan at any time if you find that you're growing and things have changed in your business. So if you don't already have an account, you're going to want to hit Start Free Trial. I've filled this out already, but for you, you're going to want to put your name, email address, and hit Continue. Once you hit Continue, you're going to be prompted to put in your credit card number because they want to make sure that once your free trial is up, that if you love Kajabi, you don't want any interruption to things that have already been set up. So it will ask you for that credit card number. And once you've entered that in, you will get a confirmation email and you'll be taken inside the dashboard. So once you're inside the dashboard, it looks like this. And you'll notice on the left-hand side, you have the menu with all the different capabilities that Kajabi has. It's a very robust software and it can house everything from your website to your online products and courses. It can do webinars, all your email marketing, automations, and funnels, as well as manage all your students. For the purpose of these training videos, we're going to walk through how to set up your online course and webinars. In this video, we're going to show you how to set up your first online course inside Kajabi. So from the left-hand menu, you're going to want to click on Products. And you're going to be brought to this screen here, which has a bunch of product blueprints set up for you already. Basically templates that Kajabi has created if you want a good jumping off point to build out your course. So you'll see everything in here from a mini course template, an online course, evergreen training, memberships, community, coaching programs, and starting from scratch. So for the purpose of these training videos, we actually are going to start from scratch so that you know exactly how to add modules and lessons and how to do everything from the ground up. So if you do choose to add another product down the road, you could use one of their templates, but you'll know exactly how to customize everything inside of them. So you're going to want to hit Generate, and we are going to want to name this product. Call it Test Online Course for this training. Hit Save. And it will take a moment to build out your product. Okay, so once it's done building your product, you will be brought to a screen like this. And in the next video, we are going to show you how to add your modules and lessons to your course. In this video, we're walking you through how to set up your modules and your lessons so you can start building out your course inside Kajabi. So Kajabi gets you started with one module and one lesson, but one thing to note is that they call these categories and posts. So what most of us refer to as modules and lessons, they actually call them categories and posts. So in order to add more modules, what you're going to want to do is come up to the plus sign here and hit create category. You can name this the title of your module. And you can, of course, add as many modules as you need to. We're just going to do 3. And then to add your lesson or your post, you're going to want to click on the plus sign here, hit add post, and hit save. And then again, add as many as you need to. One nice thing about Kajabi is that you can drag and drop all of your lessons and modules if you need to reorder them for any reason. What you're going to want to do is just hover over this icon here. A hand will appear and you can just drag and drop your lessons in whatever order you need to. You can also drag entire modules and rearrange them that way as well. You will notice that there's also something called a subcategory. So you can add this underneath a module if you have something that needs differentiation, like if you need separate lessons to go under a subcategory, you can do that here as well. And then you'll also notice on the side there's check marks here. Some are green, some are gray. So all that means is that if you click on the check mark here, there's some different options for each module and lesson. So when it's green, it's published and visible to your students. When it's a drip, that means that you can set up a drip schedule to release certain modules, let's say 7 days apart. So you can set that up on whatever schedule you wish. You can also lock modules so that your students are required to complete all the lessons in the previous module before they get access to the next one. And then when it's in gray, we are in draft mode, which means you're working on it. So again, that is how you add modules and lessons inside Kajabi. In the following videos, we are going to walk through how to add all your content into your lessons and how to add videos, PDFs, and downloads. In this video, we're going to walk through the options available to you inside a lesson. So you're going to want to click on your lesson and you'll be brought to this screen here that is basically where you're going to house all of the content for each of your lessons. So you have the option of uploading a video into this header portion here, which we will go over in another video. Then you've got the details of your post. So you can title your post. If you need to change the category, you can do so down here. And then you've got the body of the lesson, which is where the bulk of your information will be housed. So you can type in any content in here. You can embed videos, images, anything that you need in here will go in the body section. On the side, you'll notice a visibility box. So right now we are working on this lesson, so it is currently in draft. But once it's ready to go, you will want it to be published. You can also upload an image for this lesson. So to do so, it gives you the recommended dimensions here of 1280 pixels by 720. So if you're designing any graphics in Canva, let's say, make sure that they match those dimensions. So in order to upload an image, all you do is hit select image, upload a new file. Again, you have some options to upload images from all these different places, but we're going to do it from the computer. So let's see. So you're going to want to hit save. It will upload. And then it will show up here. And just to hit save first before we preview, just show you what that looks like for your students. It will show up here. Now, if you choose to put a video In this section, the video will replace this image, but the image will show up in the main menu, and we'll go over all of that in the video on customizing and branding your course. But just so you can see, this is how it shows up. You can also add downloads here, any worksheets or podcasts or anything that you want them to download. We will go over in another video, but that's where they would be added. And then you have the option to have your comments visible, hidden, or locked. So if you don't want your students to be commenting or asking you questions on the course right inside Kajabi, you could make them hidden or locked. If you do want that option available to your students, I would keep them as visible. You can also delete a post or a lesson. So if you don't need this one anymore, you can delete it here. And then there's also automations. So if you were using Kajabi for your email marketing as well, this is where you could add some automations in here. So that's a basic walkthrough of all the options available to add in your lesson content. In this video, we're walking you through how to upload videos into your lessons. So you're going to want to select the lesson where you want to add your video. So we'll pick lesson 1. And once you're inside the lesson screen, you'll notice an area at the top for videos. You can also choose to embed the video right in the body of the lesson as well. The choice is really yours. So first option is to add it here. You'd click on video, select video, and you have some options here. You can upload a video from your computer, Dropbox, Google Drive, from a link. Now, Kajabi does not allow you to upload, let's say, a YouTube link. It has to be, a video from a Google Drive or an external link. It will not let you upload directly from YouTube. You would embed that in that case. Or you can record a video from here directly. But for this, we're going to choose it right from the computer. So you're going to hit choose file. And you will wait for this to upload. Okay, so the video has uploaded and we just need to click save for it to continue the process. So now it's going to encode the video, and that takes a little moment as well. So we'll be back as soon as that's done. All right, so now we have successfully uploaded our video into the header of our lesson. And if you want to see what this looks like for your students, you can just hit preview here at the top. And of course, we're going to talk about customizing the inside of your course theme and layout in another video. So this would all be branded, of course, but just so you can see what it looks like, you have your video here with the big play button. You'd have your modules listed down here and any of the other content for the lesson under here. And we'll customize all this as well. So the other option to upload a video is to embed it directly into the body of the post. And so to do that, you would grab either your YouTube link, or if you're hosting your videos on Vimeo, you would want to grab the embed code from your video and scroll down to the body section of the lesson. And you're going to want to hit these 2 arrow buttons here for source code. And then you would just copy and paste your embed code right in the screen. Hit OK, and it will show up right here. So again, you can add in the rest of your lesson information underneath this video. But to see what that looks like for students, again, we are going to hit save. And then we will preview this. And so this is what it would look like for your students. So it would show up down here right in the body of the lesson. So those are the 2 ways that you can upload videos into your lessons inside Kajabi. In this video, we're going to show you how to upload any PDFs or downloads into your lessons. So you're going to select the lesson that you need to work on. And you're going to go down to the download section of your lesson. You're going to want to hit add downloads. Again, you have the option to upload directly from your computer, from Dropbox, Google Drive, or a link. So we're going to do it from the computer. I'm going to select my PDF download worksheet. It's going to take a moment to upload depending on the size of your file. And then you'll notice your document showing here. Now, when you upload your document, depending on what it is, whether it's a PDF or a podcast, it will show up as the file name that you've named it. So for your students, for example, they would see exactly that. So if we preview this again, in this case, that title is not so bad, but we can actually change this so that they know exactly what they need and what they're looking for and what it's called. So to do that, all you have to do is click on the download and you will see display name up here. So we can choose to name that whatever you want to name it, hit save. And then you'll notice it changes the display name here so that it makes it super clear for your students. So again, that is how you add your downloads, whether it's PDF or worksheets or podcasts. You just go into add downloads, select the file that you want to upload, hit save, and you will be all set. In this video, we're going to walk through how to add graphics and style your modules and lessons. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click Edit Details under your course name. So this is all the details about the course itself. So the title, you can add in a description. And then you're going to want a product thumbnail. Again, the dimensions are the same as the other ones we talked about, 1280 pixels by 720. So you're going to want to hit Select Image, upload a new file. You're going to upload, hit Save. And save again. So this will show up when you hit all products, and the more products you add, you'll be able to better differentiate which each one of them are. So if you go back into this, we can also add images to our modules and our lessons. So if you click module 1 or go into your module, you'll notice again, same dimensions, another option for an image. So we're going to do the same thing. Again, you have multiple different options on where to upload your graphics and images from, but we're going to choose my computer, choose File, and select the graphic that you want, hit Save. And save again. And if we go back, we can do the same thing with our lessons. So click inside your lesson. And you'll notice here that when you upload a video into the header section of your lesson, you can use the current frame as a thumbnail. So you can scroll through your entire video and select the thumbnail that you want to show. And if you don't upload a graphic or image over here, it will just show the thumbnail of the video. But what I like to do is actually select an image, and it will still show up with the play button over top. So people will still know that it's a video, but it looks a little cleaner for your students, and I'll show you what that looks like. So if we hit preview here, oops, we're going to want to save. So inside the back end, you're still going to see the video here and the image, but when you preview, your students are going to see the graphic with this play button over top. So again, they still know that it's a video, but it looks a lot cleaner than just a thumbnail. But the choice is yours. If you'd rather leave it as a thumbnail, you can totally do that as well. So again, that is how you would add images to your lessons and modules inside Kajabi. In this video, we're going to show you how to connect your checkout pages to your sales page. So you're going to want to head over to Website and Pages. And then you're going to want to find the sales page that you want to work on and come up here and hit Customize. So again, sales pages are a whole different ballgame, so we're not going to go into too much depth on that here, just in terms of what makes a high converting sales page. But once you've got all of the elements in place and everything looking the way that you want, you just want to make sure to go through and make sure that all of these buttons are taking people to the checkout page. So in order to do that, you can hover over the button, hit Edit, and you're going to you can change the text. So, something like that. And then you can change this button action here to go to a checkout page. And then you'll notice it'll drop down here. So we only have the one. So you're just going to want to select that, or obviously the corresponding checkout page for this sales page. You can also choose to open that checkout page in a new tab if you'd like, or not. That's up to you. So just really important to go through, a couple times and make sure that you've got all of the buttons, because they don't, universally change. You have to do it all as you go through. So again, we're going to go to a checkout page and choose the checkout page that you want. So once you've done that, just make sure again to hit save, and you should be good to go. So that is how you connect your checkout page to your sales page so that people can actually purchase your product. In this video, we're going to walk through how to build out and customize a sales page inside Kajabi. So you're going to want to go to the left-hand menu and open up the options under Website. From there, you're going to want to click on Pages. So to add a new page, you're going to want to come up here and click on New Page. And you'll notice that Kajabi actually gives you a bunch of templates to get you started, which is amazing because they've done a lot of the work for you, and you can just go in and add and tweak and customize what you need. So for this, you'll notice there's a streamlined sales page, so a shorter one. There's a long form sales page. There's opt-in pages, video opt-in pages, lead generation pages, things like that. So for this training, we're just going to do the streamlined sales page. So if you click on that, it gives you a brief preview of the template. So you can decide if that looks good or not. You can keep browsing, or you can choose to get started. You can put in the name and hit create. So you'll notice inside of Kajabi, a lot of the ways to customize are very similar. The same way you would customize your theme for your online course, the same concept is true over here in the page builder. So you'll notice, again, in the left-hand menu, you've got all your options here that you can go in and customize. You can drag and drop them if you want your call to action to be above your FAQs. You can drag and drop. As well, you can hover over any element in the page and edit it right from there. So again, you'll want to kind of start from the top and work your way down and go through and edit and customize everything. You can also add more sections. So if this doesn't have quite enough to it. You can add different sections. Again, everything here from text box, 2-column text, 3-column, calls to action, a form, a countdown, video with a hero image attached, feature cards, opt-in forms, inline opt-in forms. Again, look at all of these options here. Testimonials, 3, 2, and 1 options. You can put in social graphics, or you can add in custom code as well. So again, very user-friendly. You can go down, you can edit your buttons, you can change the width here so it's bigger. You can change the text on here, what the action is, can go to another URL or straight to the checkout page, probably makes sense in this case. You can choose to open that in a new tab or just go right there. So those are all the options for the buttons. If you go back again, you can edit the copy here. You can add in features and images up here, call to action. You can change this background image. You can put a video in here. So they've really made it super simple for you to be able to get a sales page going really quickly with the bulk of the work already done for you. You just need to add in your content. Again, Kajabi has an amazing help center. So if there's anything that you're trying to do that you can't figure out, you can always contact the help center or their help articles. But again, you have the freedom to go in and customize and add as many sections and blocks as you want to get it looking exactly how you want it to. You can even add a background image in here. Or a video behind here. So again, possibilities are endless. So have fun with it and make your sales page stand out. Now we are going to walk through how to customize member emails. So the emails that they will receive when they've purchased your course or your product, you'll want to customize these a little bit because they're pretty generic inside Kajabi. So to do that, you're going to want to go over to settings and you are going to go to email templates. And you'll see a bunch of different email templates that are already in place here inside Kajabi for things like a member welcome email, purchase confirmation, affiliate users, affiliate conversions, member drip notification. So this would be sent to your students if your content is on a drip schedule. They'll get a new notification, let's say every week when there is a new module to review. There's just a bunch of different cart abandonment emails, double opt-in emails, but for the most part, I think you would probably want to just customize the member welcome email for sure, as well as the offer purchase confirmation. So to do that, all you have to do is click on the pencil to edit. And you will notice that there's some default tags that are pulled in here, like their username and their password that Kajabi generates automatically for them. So you don't want to touch that, but you could go in and add some more copy in here. Or, you can leave this as is. I've seen, these types of emails come into my inbox as well. And it's totally fine. As long as they're getting their username and password, I think they'll be happy, but it's always nice to customize it a little bit and to get it on brand for you. So again, you can preview this in your browser to see what it looks like. You can send yourself a test email, but basically you would go in here and customize this and hit save. And same thing for your purchase confirmation. You can go into edit. Again, you can kind of see what this looks like. Shows you over here. If you hit preview, it'll pop up in your browser. And again, I wouldn't touch the tags that are pulled in here from Kajabi, but you can customize any of the other text below. So again, that is how you customize some of the email templates that are generated for you by Kajabi when someone purchases your new product. In this video, we are going to now customize our checkout pages for our offer. So in order to do that, you're going to want to go to the products menu and offers. Then you're going to want to select the offer where you want to customize the checkout. Again, you'll need a separate checkout page for each offer that you create. So in order to do that, you're going to want to go to the pencil icon here, click edit. And we walked through this in another video, but if there's anything you need to change in here, if you want to send the new student to like something like ConvertKit, you would click this and make sure that it's set up on the integrations page. You can send a cart abandonment email, a day later if they've left something in the cart. So just make sure that all of this looks good. And then to customize it, you're going to want to come up here and hit edit checkout. So as with all the other editors in Kajabi, they're very similar. They're all drag and drop. They're all block-based. So you can go over here in the left-hand menu and start customizing things like the color, your offer details, things like that. Or again, you can hover over the different elements and click edit right from this screen, and you will get taken to the options in the left-hand side as well. So you can go through and just check these settings out. So again, you can change the title here. It's going to pull what you called your offer. So if that's, for example, like a bundle that you're doing, you might not want it to say like test online course bundle. You might want to call it something different. So you can change that. You can have a banner. Always hit save here if you want to see changes. You can enable this banner and change the image here. You can add a video if you want to say a bit more before they check out, or an image here that would show up in this area here, your logo. And then down here, you are going to probably want to change this checkout copy. So they've given you kind of a default template here where you might want to insert some benefits of what they'll get by purchasing your product, a call to action, that kind of thing. You can add different testimonials in here. I've seen this done a number of different ways. So again, you are free to do whatever you want in here. You can change the colors. Always going to default to that Kajabi blue. Extra contact info. So if you want to collect their name and phone number, for example, you can add that. There's the testimonials block. So you can actually have testimonials right inside Kajabi, and that will pull into your checkout page. Footer, order bump, that's something maybe you can do down the road if you want to have an order bump on this checkout page. But basically, you just walk through again and edit everything to suit what you need. Then you're going to want to hit save. And you can also hit preview up here and then get links. So let's say you're doing like a pre-launch and you want to just have people taken directly to the checkout page. Maybe you haven't designed your sales page yet, but you want to test the waters and get this out. You can actually get a link for this right away. And this is also going to be useful when we link it up in the sales page, and we'll show you how to do that in another video. So basically that is how you customize your checkout page. Again, you are going to need to do this for every offer that you create in here. And again, the help section in Kajabi is great if there's anything that you don't see that you want to know how to do. They are great on chat and with their help docs. In this video, we are starting to customize and brand the entire look of our online course inside Kajabi. So in order to do that, you would click on the product you want to customize, and you're going to head up here to the top where it says Customize. Now, inside Kajabi, their default theme for most things like websites, landing pages, and your membership site is called Premier. Now, you can, of course, upload a theme from a third party, or you can pick another theme from their options out of this list here. So there's a lot of different looks and styles if you want to change that. but for today's training, we are going to stick with the Premier product. If you did upload a new theme or choose a different theme, it would actually show up underneath this Premier here, and you would have to hit the 3 dots and select Activate. But if you want to just go with Premier, all you have to do is head to this button here that says Customize. All right, so inside the theme, you will notice on the left-hand side a number of different options for customization. So we've got the header, the search bar, the hero image here, the welcome body, your syllabus, your sidebar, your footer, everything can be customizable. And we definitely recommend that you go through and customize as much of this as possible, because you never know exactly what your students might click on, and it might take them somewhere that you haven't thought to customize yet, in which case it would default to Premier and they might get confused. So the other nice thing about Kajabi is that if you just hover over each element, you can edit directly from there. So let's say you didn't know that this was a hero image, you could just click edit and it'll take you to the options over here in the left-hand side. So basically you can just walk yourself through the page and go down through each element to start customizing. So you can edit your logo. You also have the option with a lot of these to toggle them off. So if you didn't want to show this header at all, you could uncheck that box and it would go away. You can, of course, upload your logo. You can choose to just have text or an image. You can decide what action you want the logo to take, whether it's when they click on it, they go back to your homepage, or if you want to direct them to another product, you can do that. You can change the text. Here's where you'd upload your image or your logo. You can also choose to show your logo, but not the menu up here. So if you just want them to be able to search, but not have these other options, you can toggle that off as well. You can, of course, change the background color, and all different colors can be customized within here. So that's the header section. You can then click into the search bar. Again, you can include search or not. So that's over here. You can have that toggled off. Then we drop down to the hero image. So in here, it gives you the dimensions here to use, again, if you're designing in Canva. You also have the option of writing text over top. So you can choose to just have an image in the background, or maybe you want your graphic that you design to include the name of your course, in which case you can actually toggle these parts off. So you can hit the check mark here to not show the title and not show the description, which is an option as well. You can, of course, edit all the buttons to change the text on them. You can change them to an outline. You can change them to a larger button. The color can be changed, or you can delete it altogether. The welcome body currently is unchecked. So if you check that off, you can add a welcome text in here, which might be nice if you want to include a video. So you could upload a video in here, which would show in this section. If you want to welcome your students into your course, they can click on that first without diving into the modules and lessons. Again, you can change all the colors. You can autoplay it or not. Really, the options are endless here. Product syllabus, you can show here, posts, categories. So you can just show the modules, or you can actually show modules and lessons. You can change the text. Product sidebar, so you can have things like the course progress in here, which is always nice, so they can see how much they've completed. Your instructor section, you're definitely going to want to customize if you want to include that here. It's nice to have a headshot and your brief bio in here as well. You can also add different blocks. So you could add an image. Let's say you wanted to maybe have a link to your support email or something like that. If they need help, they know very easily and clearly how they can get it. So you can also add an image block in here. And you could select an image to show up that you could design again in Canva, and you could have it go to a landing page or a URL. So maybe back to your website, you could open it in a new window. Again, we could go through all these options. They're really just endless. You can, of course, customize your footer as well. So again, the best thing to do is to kind of just work your way down the page and make sure everything's customized. And just going back one step on when we were uploading the graphics into our modules and lessons, this is why this is so important, because if you don't upload any graphics into your lessons, this is what your students will see on the front end. They'll have just grayed out boxes, which makes it look kind of incomplete. So as best as possible, try and add graphics into each of your lessons. So again, that is how we customize your theme for your member dashboard. Again, there is lots of options, and the Help Center with Kajabi is really great in showing you exactly what you need to do if you want to add a certain section. Again, in the menu, you can put in your fonts, your color schemes, all your message colors here so that they show up everywhere. You can add a favicon so that you don't have the Kajabi one up here. If you have your own, you can change that. So really just go to town, brand this to your business, and make it look the way that you want it for your students. All right, so let's talk about offers. So offers inside Kajabi are essentially just the price attached to your products. Offers can also be things like bundles. Let's say you have a few different products that you want to bundle together, whether that be, all the time or maybe for a sale. You would set up an offer for that as well. But to just get started with a basic offer for your course, you're going to want to head over to the product menu and click on offers. So you can either go up to the corner here and click add new offer if you have multiple ones already, or if this is your first offer, you can hit create offer here. Again, because if you're offering a bundle, you could title this something else, but for this purpose, we're just going to name it the same thing as our course. Hit save. Now you'll notice, as I mentioned in the previous video, that because this is a demo, I wasn't going to connect the Stripe or PayPal accounts officially. So that's all this message is telling me here. But basically, this is the page that you are brought to set up your offer. So you'll notice here, you've got the ability to add an upsell, cart abandonment emails, automations that you can dive deep into down the road. But what you're going to want to do to add the price is go over here to edit price. You'll notice here that there's actually 4 options for you inside Kajabi, which is amazing. So there's the free option. So you would want to use the free option if you decided to not use Kajabi as a checkout, or let's say you already use something like Thrivecart, but you're hosting your course inside Kajabi, you would want to actually make this offer free. And then you would just grant people permission to your course or access to your course, but they wouldn't be charged anything. You also have one-time payment, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Multiple payments here would be a payment plan. So if you wanted 3 monthly payments of $157 or something like that, you would set that up in here. And then you also have the option for a recurring subscription. So if you host a monthly membership site, you could set that up as a recurring monthly payment. So again, because I have not set this up, I am just going to use the free option right now, but basically you'll see this same screen no matter what option you pick. It will give you the box to enter in your price. and you'll be able to select the frequency if you're doing multiple payments or the recurring subscription, things like that. There's lots of options for you. So under the free one, you can actually put like a custom phrase. So you could title it something like that, and you're going to hit save. Again, if you did actually put a price point in here, that would show up here as well. You can add an image here. You can check off when they can access the product. So if you want it to only be available on a specific date, you could check that box off. There's some different options for after purchase, things like affiliate commissions. Do you want to send notifications to your team? You can also send emails to a third-party email like ConvertKit. Do you want to send a thank you page? So all these different options you can select here as well. And then you're going to want to hit save. So in the next video, I'm going to walk through how to edit your checkout page to make it more customized to your brand. In this video, we are going to walk through how you can actually set up and deliver both live and pre-recorded evergreen webinars inside Kajabi. So to access this, it's going to be through something called pipelines, which is basically what Kajabi has named their pre-templated, fully built out funnels for you. So to do so, you're going to go over to marketing, and pipelines is the first one here. So if this is your first pipeline, you're going to hit create pipeline. If you have a few in place, you're going to head up to the corner and hit new pipeline. So we hit create pipeline, and you'll notice that they have a bunch of built out templates already for you, which is great. So they're really like funnels that are already built out that you just go in and customize. But what you're going to want to do for the webinar is scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see this little button called Legacy Pipelines. You're going to want to click on that and scroll down to Webinar. So you'll notice here, which is great, is that Kajabi outlines exactly what is going to be inside this pipeline or funnel. So you're going to have an email capture form, a thank you form, the live webinar page, a sales page, and then a checkout page. So the goal within Kajabi and the pipelines is really to drive to that checkout page and make a sale from the webinar. So once you look at this template and decide that this will work for you, you can hit create pipeline. Then it's going to want you to fill in a few details. So we are going to just name this and you can choose here from the drop-down menu either a pre-recorded webinar or a live webinar. And you'll notice here it says pre-recorded webinar is highly recommended as it's easier to control and repeat. But a live webinar can be done by embedding a YouTube live video inside your webinar page. So I'm going to link out to some further help documents on this because you will have to decide which method is right for you, and it will take a bit more setting up on the YouTube side of things as well. So we're going to go live webinar, and you can then choose the date and time that your webinar will start. The time zone, and then you can choose the offer that you wish to sell. So again, this is going to build out the pipeline based on what your end goal is, and in this case, selling our test online course. So from there, you're going to want to hit generate pipeline. And this is going to take a minute to build. I'll be back in just a second. All right, so once Kajabi has built out the funnel, it will show up like this, which is really nice because it gives you a great visual representation of the funnel. And you'll be able to come in here and customize each of these forms. Another nice feature is that they give you a checklist here. So it actually shows you what you still need to customize with a little checkbox here and what you have left to do. So in this case, we have 4 steps. So you'll notice here in the funnel or the pipeline that has been built out that we have a registration page, the webinar funnel. So within this funnel, you're going to have 3 reminder emails and 1 follow-up email that you'll need to customize. You'll then have a confirmation page once they register. You'll have the webinar room. the sales page, and then a checkout page. So again, to customize, it's going to be very similar to all the other things that we have customized inside Kajabi. You're just going to want to click on the element that you want to customize, and it will bring you in here, except this time the menu is showing on the right-hand side. So again, very same editor. You can hover over the elements to edit them. You can go over here in the menu and change what you need to, add in your copy, change colors, add more features if you want more than 3. Again, however you want to customize this is totally up to you. Again, you'll always want to hit save. And we'll go back to the overview, and you'll notice here that it's checked off registration page. I didn't really edit anything, but it's showing that we have customized this. Then inside the webinar funnel, it's where all of the emails are housed. So you'll need to go in and customize these. So you'll notice here that for the webinar, you will have an email at time of registration. You'll then have one an hour before, 15 minutes before, and then on the date of the webinar, and then a day after. So again, remember that the goal here is to sell your product. So there is going to be some pipelines that have a lot of emails after your webinar to kind of nurture those customers to buy. So to customize these emails, all you have to do is click on the one that you want to customize, and it will pull up the email copy right here. So all you have to do is you can either copy and paste in what you want. Again, anything in these brackets that's pulled in from Kajabi, I would highly recommend leaving, because this is going to pull in your event date and time from your webinar. You can preview it in the browser. You can also send yourself a test email. So again, you're going to want to go through each of these emails to customize everything that you want them to say. You can also add additional emails if you want to send out more after the webinar. You can add those in here, and then you hit save. From there, you'll want to customize the confirmation page. Again, with images, you could add a thank you video in here, whatever you want. You can also select from here. You don't always have to go back through the overview. You can click on each element over here on the left as well. This would be the live stream. So this is where you would have to put in your YouTube live video ID. Again, they're really good about directing you to the appropriate instructions right from here. So if you need to learn more about creating your live event in YouTube, you can click here for instructions. But basically, this is where your webinar or your video would show up. I believe this says invalid parameters because that's where a chat box would be. Yes, so you can toggle that on or off if you prefer to not have a chat box. So again, customize this. And you're going to want to hit save. Now this pulls in a sales page. So the one thing that I am still looking into is if, when you build out a sales page under the page menu, if you have the ability to pull that in, because right now it looks like within each pipeline, you'd have to customize a standalone sales page, which seems like a lot of work to do over and over again. So still working on that feature, but for this purpose, you would need to go in and edit this sales page. Again, make sure that your buttons here are linked to, again, this one goes to the next step, but you could link it to the checkout page right away, open in a new window, change the button style, all that, enter in the benefits, testimonials, that kind of thing. And then the checkout page is the one that we already edited to be associated with your offer and your product. So none of this you should really have to change or customize. You can preview it. If you do need to edit, just hit that button there to edit the checkout and change anything you need to over here. All right, so once that's done and you've gone through and customized everything, you will get checkboxes over here. and you will be able to share the pipeline here. So what this will do is pull up a link. So you can copy that link and you can add that anywhere that you want to promote this webinar or this funnel. So again, that is setting up a live webinar through a pipeline in Kajabi. Again, you'll also need to consult those help documents about setting up a YouTube live as well. And just note that this is going to be the exact same for a pre-recorded webinar. If you'll just remember from that drop-down menu in the first screen, you would select pre-recorded webinar instead, and it would ask you for either like a YouTube link or a Zoom link or a URL from your pre-recorded webinar that you would put in there, and then it would build out the pipeline in the exact same way. So I hope that helps. I hope you get started with your first webinar funnel inside Kajabi. In this video, we're just going to do a quick overview of the People tab, just so you know how to check on your students, grant them access if they don't have it, resend them their login details if they didn't get it, or to see their progress and previous purchases. So in order to do that, you're going to want to head over here to the People tab. There's only one customer in this demo account. So you're just going to want to, you can search up here with filters, all these different options to filter your students or customers by, or you can type in their name or email address right here. So you're going to want to click on their name once you find them. And you notice up here you have edit details. So here you can edit their address if you have to, their email address if it's changed. Just make sure to hit save whenever you make a change. This is a very important one. So you might get people emailing you saying they didn't receive their login or password information. I'm not going to actually do it, but if you just click this button here, send password, that will send them an email with all of their login details. You also have more actions here. So you can grant offers, you can change their password, you can delete this customer completely. But let's say you needed to grant someone an offer without purchasing it or something. You would go into grant offers here, just select this from the drop-down menu and hit save. I've already been granted this offer, so because we don't have another one, that's why it's saying that. But basically, you would just select the offer and hit save. Then if you come down here, you'll see the life cycle. I just created this, so it's not very long. I've done one purchase here, and it was a free product, so that's why there's zero revenue there. And this, you know, if you're using still a third-party checkout software, this will still show up as zero unless there's revenue collected through Kajabi. You won't see any numbers show up here. You've got the info tab. So this just gives you a brief overview of when they signed in, when they became a member. So this is handy, you know, if you're dealing with refunds or something, you can actually see if they've even signed into their account yet. You can see all the different purchases they've made, products they're part of. Now this one is great as well. If you go to products and you hit on progress, you can actually see what they've done in terms of the course. So you'll see, you know, different percentages here if they've completed module 1 and all the lessons, things like that, which is neat. And you can add notes. So if you did grant someone access to a course for free, you could maybe write some notes in here as to why you did that. You can also come over here and tag them. You can add a new tag right from here if you want to start tagging and segmenting your students. So again, that's just a brief overview of the student or people tab. It's, again, really important as you start welcoming new students into your programs. There will most likely be a few glitches in terms of people not getting login details or needing to update their email address. But that is how you would do that through Kajabi. In this video, we're doing a quick walkthrough of the Settings tab inside Kajabi. So if you go down to the bottom here and click Settings, you're going to notice a bunch of different options for you to go through and set up and customize as you need to. So everything from site details. So this is more pertaining to your website. But it doesn't hurt to get a logo in here, select some colors, get your headshot in here, because that way it will populate in different areas. There's SEO, things like that. So that is a good place to start. You've got some blog settings. If you are choosing to have your website through Kajabi, you can go in here. Payment integrations, custom domain. So if you want to pull in your business domain versus having something like, katequinn.kajabi.com, you could have your custom domain set up there. Stuff like marketing settings. So if you are using things for email marketing, you would set up some settings in there. Drip settings. This can just be a kind of overarching setting so that you can drip your product categories at a certain time, whenever you set that up to do so. You've also got third-party integrations. So this is where, let's say you're still using ConvertKit, or you're going to continue using ConvertKit for your email marketing software. You could integrate with ConvertKit so that when someone does purchase your course, it will add them to your list in ConvertKit. So you can check out some of the different integrations available there and set those up. You can manage the fields on all your Kajabi forms. Checkout settings. This is more if you want to add some tracking codes. If you're using email marketing through Kajabi, you can have a automatic checkbox where they're going to be added to your email list, or it could be optional, or you can turn it off completely. Subscription cancellation. I don't know anyone that would want someone to self-cancel their subscriptions, but you can enable that. Email templates we talked about in another video, and static pages. So things like your terms and conditions or a privacy statement, you can create in here. Then underneath, you've got some account settings. So you can go in and see your billing, update your account details, change your password, your notifications, users, and contact info. So that's just a brief overview of all the settings available through Kajabi that you probably want to take a peek through and customize what you need to make sure that things are set up correctly. So now we're going to show you where to go to be able to set up your payment processors so that you can start accepting payments through Kajabi. So you're going to want to head over to the Settings tab. And you'll notice a lot of different settings in here that we'll cover in some additional videos. But for now, you're going to go to Payment Integrations. You'll notice that Kajabi does integrate with PayPal as well as Stripe. And I think for the majority of you, you'll probably want to set up both of these if you have them. One thing to note is that for PayPal, you will need a business account. So you can either upgrade your personal account to a business one, or you can create a brand new business account for this purpose. So because this is a demo training, I am not going to go through and actually set up my Stripe and PayPal accounts. The instructions are quite in-depth, and there is a number of steps to follow. So our recommendation is that you actually go over here to Connect and click on Learn More. That will bring up an entire set of instructions for you to follow, and it would be best if you have them kind of open in one window while you're setting up your PayPal account in the other. Again, the same thing for Stripe. If you hit Connect, there's another set of instructions here, whether you already have a Stripe account or if you don't, you can set one up. You can choose to set this up later, but you might as well be setting this up if you're going in here anyways. So that is where you would go to set up both of those integrations. And once those are set up, you can then start creating your checkout pages and your offers so that you can start selling your product.
All right, hope that was super helpful in getting you navigating the back end of Kajabi and figuring out how to do some of the stuff to really get your online course published and out into the world. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, make sure to sign up for my free course class. It's really going to help you understand how to market that first course of yours really successfully and attract in your ideal students. That's it for me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. I'll see you in the next one.